I don't do motorcycle reviews, or do I? Let's get into it. Hello, welcome to RevelatorAlf. I hope you're all well, enjoying a glorious ride on the back roads here in the UK. It's summertime, don't you know, or coming to the end of it anyway. The heroic Harley is purring like a kitten, and I thought I'd just stop amongst the trees, get a bit of tree bathing in me, you know, boost the soul and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, with all this soul purification stuff, I'm also doing a bit of soul searching. You see, I'm always saying on my channel, I don't do motorcycle reviews and all that kind of stuff. And for the most part, I don't. Because I just don't really like doing them. And also, I just don't think that they're very good. The ones that I do. Now, there are lots of other channels doing motorcycle reviews, and they do a good job, right? Give you all the facts and the figures and the stats, and they give you their opinion and, you know, how it feels and all that kind of stuff. And then I think, nah, that's just not me. And I've always said to you guys, I've also said to anybody actually, if you want to find out what a motorbike is really like and whether it's suited to you, the best thing to do is just go and ride it. Certainly don't listen to anybody like me on YouTube. You know, we're only giving you an opinion. We're only giving you our first impressions. The other thing is, if you want a real review of a motorcycle, you've got to live with it for about a year or so, 6 months, a year, riding it on all conditions, at all speeds and all different types of roads. Then you'd have a really good idea of what is right with it and what is wrong with it. However, I've just been reviewing some of the videos that I've been making recently, and yes, I'm on this new sort of series of I ride. You know, I rode this bike, I rode that bike, I drove this car, I drove that car. The reason why I make those videos, they're not supposed to be motorcycle review videos. They're not even supposed to be first impression videos. They're not even supposed to be giving you any insight into what the bike is like. And I'll tell you what they're really about. I said this a long time ago that I wouldn't make motorcycle reviews just for the sake of making reviews. Now, if I did make motorcycle reviews for the sake of making motorcycle reviews, that ticks a lot of YouTube boxes, especially in the motorcycle field. Yeah, it's what people are searching for, especially if they're brand new bikes, tick, 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 and everybody wants to know about it, especially if you've got a big brand like Harley Davidson, like Triumph, like BMW. Oh, tick, 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 tick. Now, if you're getting in bed with motorcycle manufacturers or different dealerships, let's say, I've always said there might be some kind of limit to what you can say and what you can't say. So I've always questioned the real independent review of a YouTuber, because essentially they don't want to screw it up for future bikes that they might be able to review, right? It kind of makes sense. They can be independent, they can say what is right and what is wrong, but they can't really be 100% independent, not in my view. The other thing for me is about integrity. Now, I'm not saying that any other YouTubers who make motorcycle reviews do not have any integrity. I'm not saying that at all. However, for me, because I don't make motorcycle reviews, I always said there's only two conditions that I would ride another motorcycle and have it on a video, right? So one is if I'm looking for another motorcycle myself, and then I would just show you what I'm riding. The other one is if I was approached by either a manufacturer or by a dealership to say, hey, listen, there's a new bike, would you like to review it? And on that condition, it would have to be that there's no strings attached. It would have to be completely my view. And that's why I don't get really approached that often, because I make that abundantly clear. I suppose there is a third way I could show a motorcycle, is that if one of you guys or a friend said, hey, listen, there's my bike, do you want to go and ride it and have it on the channel? So there is that, and I'm always open to that, because I love riding bikes, and any old bike I'm always going to have a great time. But the real reason that I make motorcycle videos or review type videos of motorcycles that I'm riding, it's not for you, and it's not actually to give any information. Do you know what it's about? It's about me. It's about me having a record of how I felt about riding that bike at the time. So if I then come to review it a little bit later on, I know how I was feeling at the time, and you know, if I really want to go that way or not. Now don't get me wrong, I have tried to do motorcycle reviews in the past, and I have given specs here, there and everywhere, and different riding angles and different shots of the bike and all that kind of stuff. And you know, even for my website, that would be a good thing to do. All I'm saying is that actually I don't make those kinds of videos anymore, and I haven't for the longest time. And I've always said the only bikes that I'll have on the channel have to fulfill those three conditions, or one of those three conditions, for me to have it on the channel. I don't think I'm a great motorcycle reviewer anyway. It's not that I can't present the technical information. It's not because I can't play the game and I can't, you know, do what manufacturers or dealerships would really like me to do. I just don't think it's right for me or right for the channel to have something on there that isn't really what I want on there, and if it isn't me, if you know what I mean. So let me give you an example, right? If I suddenly presented you with a video about a Honda Super Cub C125 cc scooter step-through bike, I love those bikes, and I would have it on my channel, no problem. If Honda approached me, if a dealership approached me, or if one of you guys who own one, they say, will you have it on the channel and ride it and tell us what you think? I would say, absolutely. I would snap your hand off, no problem, because I like that bike. But has that bike got anything to do with my channel? And has that bike got anything to do with Harley Davidsons in particular? Because I make a lot of content about Harleys, because, hey, I ride one, right? No, but I don't care. But that's not what my channel was ever about. It was not about that particular bike, and it was not about Harley Davidsons. It was about what I find interesting as well, motorcycle related for the most part, but it's about that particular notion of what I like, what I ride, and what I like to do. So why would anybody make motorcycle review videos? Well, as I say, for content, they tick a lot of boxes. You know, they're an easy pick in many ways. You know, they're not very creative, because you're just giving stats, you're just giving impressions. So from that point of view, they're a great way to try and build up a channel, let's say, and get people to look at your channel. But for me, it just doesn't really appeal to me that much, and I just don't think it gives you a true impression of where my interests lie. So that's why I don't really make technical review videos, let's say. If I do have a different bike on the channel, it's more about, I tell you what, my impressions and what I'm feeling about it, and you know, am I really interested in it, and would I have one of these bikes for myself? I suppose that's the real reason. I'm making a video to see if that bike or any product is really good enough for me, and if you find that of benefit, great. So that's what I do, really. And this is not just motorcycle reviews, it's any review of any product. I only want to have anything on the channel that I would use, or that I would personally say that is a good product, or that is a good bike, or this is something I'm really interested in. Otherwise, there's just no point in me having it on there. And I think I wanted to clarify this, because some of the videos that I've made recently, although I've said this is not a review, maybe people think they are reviews, and they're not really. They're kind of my thoughts and my experiences. Now, that being said, I'm just about to go off and review a new oil for my motorcycle. Oh yeah, 2050 all the way. Catch you again. Ta-da. RevelatorAlf.